It was a bit of a strange day one of the test between India and Bangladesh men's cricket teams. A 25-year-old rather, troubled the famed Indian batting lineup. The only 100 came from the bat of a spinner in front of his own home crowd. Bangladesh managed to bowl just 80 overs instead of 90 in a single day. And at the end of day two, though, India is firmly in command thanks to Jasprit Bumrah bundling Bangladesh out for 149. But it has been a bit of a forgetful test so far for some of the best batters in world cricket, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli and Shubman Gill. They were outwitted by a young pacer who's growing to becoming a symbol of Bangladesh cricket. And Gill, with that duck, has joined a not-so-envious list alongside Virat Kohli of scoring 3 ducks in a single year. Kohli achieved that feat in 2021. But it was this image that you see behind me of Kohli and Gill sharing a laugh with their new head coach Gautam Gambhir that has got netizens going. This was apparently snapped right after their short stints out in the middle on day one. India were in a spot of bother, especially when Rishabh Pant also got sent back with the Indian total not even reaching 100. But the star of the innings was homeboy R. Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja, who steadied the ship with their partnership. Ashwin notching up a memorable 100. But I'm digressing here. The photo we were speaking about was this one. What I see is a beautiful moment between a coach and his players. I mean, look at that. When was the last time you saw Virat Kohli and Gautam Gambhir sharing a laugh together? That's the one I'm talking about. We've only seen them like this, engaged in a heated conversation, ready to tear into one another if given a chance. So this picture during the test that happened on day one is definitely a sight for sore eyes. But that's not what Indian fans particularly felt. They ripped into the batters. One particular troll went on to say that Shubman Gill was India's Babar Azam. We definitely meant that as a jibe. Babar Azam had a very poor outing against Bangladesh in the test series preceding this one, but the Pakistan captain just scored 100 in the Champions ODI Cup tournament. So maybe Gill's big one also is around the corner. But the trolls spared no one. Day one had quite the meme fest, including taking digs at Indian captain Rohit Sharma. Great video editing also in all of those memes. But look, I get it. Some things are in good humor. It's all fine. After all, everyone learns to laugh at themselves a little bit along the way. And no one does that better than Rohit Sharma himself. His press conferences are a rage, enough to leave you in splits. But my point is regarding the caustic tweets and harsh comments that Kohli and Gill were subjected to. Yes, they've had a bad day. We've all had our share of bad days in our professional spaces. There are days when some of us probably don't even feel like getting to work. But Virat Kohli and Shubman Gill do not have that option. They cannot call in sick in the middle of a test. They can't bunk a day because they weren't feeling so great. It's a tough act to execute, being an international cricketer, and it's tougher when things aren't going your way. Virat Kohli and Shubman Gill having a laugh with Gautam Gambhir despite getting out without scoring is exactly the kind of dressing room we all should aspire to have a piece of in our offices, where there is laughter, especially when things aren't going your way, where jokes can be cracked upon failures, and the atmosphere is a little more relaxed, especially when all is not too well out on the field. There should be no fear because that only makes players overcautious, making them second-guess every move they make. Imagine being all grim and solemn and serious every single moment of the day. There is enough pressure that everyone, particularly international cricketers, face every day. The pressure riding on someone like Virat Kohli, for instance, is immense. We're living at a time when toxic work culture across countries, including India, is dominating conversations everywhere. The stressful nature of jobs across sectors that has even taken lives. So maybe next time, before any of you think of trolling a sports player for having a laugh at the end of a bad day, think of what you would want to do after a rotten day at work.